Intel CEO, saying he has the full support of the board, with President Trump calling for his resignation. Mandeep Singh of Bloomberg Intelligence joins us now. That's what they're saying out loud. Wall Street Journal, though, has a report that actually he has been under pressure from the board as well when it comes to how the direction of travel should go when it comes to Intel. Do you think he can keep his seat?
Well, right now, it's clear that there is a disagreement between the board and his strategy. He wants to keep the foundry business. The chairman of the board feels they should be divesting the foundry business. And look, I think the Walden international connection, where Walden is a VC firm in China that has investments in almost 70 companies. Some of them are on the entity list. It kind of begs the question, how did he take the top job at Intel, given he was still the chairman of Walden International? And it's not just, one or two investments. I mean, they are pretty big in China. So from that perspective, I do think there will be pressure in terms of explaining exactly what the board knew and, why they went with him, et cetera. But turnarounds are tough. In this case, Intel didn't have a choice. They tried almost, a decade to fix their manufacturing. They had 3 or 4 CEO changes. So a lot happened in between, and clearly there are still no signs of turnaround. And so from that perspective, there aren't a lot of choices for Intel to have a new CEO who can really come up with a turnaround strategy.
I say Lip-Bu-Tan's only been there since March. Just how much of a setback would it be if this is a company that decides they need to hunt for a new CEO?
I mean, big one, because he clearly has the credentials, both on the VC side as somebody who has invested in startups, as well as he's deeply technical with semiconductor experience. So he really was the right person for the job, and it's too early to judge his strategy. He's focused more on cost controls right now. But I think something like this kind of makes it hard for him to pursue a foundry turnaround. And to me, foundry is critical to Intel. If you divest foundry, then the company will be broken up, and it just doesn't have the same kind of cachet that it has had over the last 4 decades. So foundry is integral to Intel.